my channel and another episode of Iffy and Eli. And last time we did a little show together, we started to talk about reading the book. We did a review and first thoughts on Emotional Intelligence 2.0. So every other week or so, we will come at you with our progress, what we're learning, and just share it with you guys. So if you're interested in learning this, it's a really interesting book, and I really feel like it could help maybe somebody out there. So without further ado, we're just gonna start to get into it. I'll let my lovely, beautiful husband say hi, and I'll zip it.
All right, it's me, the beautiful husband. And so like Iffy said, in our last episode of Iffy and Eli, we're talking about Emotional Intelligence 2.0, the book. And we just kind of took a look at the cover, the front, the back, and the inside flap, and gave our first assessments of it. And so now we've read chapter 1 of the book. And chapter 1 is called The Journey. And it basically starts off talking about a guy named Butch that goes surfing. And I'll let Iffy tell the story.
So the way it starts out is telling us the story of Butch, who's surfing and enjoying his time on a surfboard. He's one with the ocean and the waves, and then all of a sudden he sees like a shark fin, a big dorsal fin, just coming at him. And it then goes on to pretty much say, or just describe, his experience between fear and then adrenaline kicking in, the fight or flight response. To me, it was telling us about the reader, the battle with our emotions, and you know what's right in front of us, and how we can go back and forth and dip between these spaces, and how sometimes our emotions can take over and it's really hard for us to control them, and other times the natural instincts, actions will kick in. So it was really interesting to, I guess, watch his battle or read his battle as he's going back and forth and figuring it out. And the end of the story, he makes it and he swims to shore with his surfboard and he's safe and alive or whatever. It was just interesting.
Yeah, I liked how they kind of began with a story, and it's a very striking story of a surfer battling a great white shark and then overcoming their emotions to live to see another day. So then after it gives us the shark story, they go into a description of the physical aspects of emotional intelligence. So we have this communication that goes between the limbic system where we feel and the frontal cortex where we think. And when they start talking to each other, that's emotional intelligence. That's physical emotional intelligence, which I think is really cool. But then after the description of physical emotional intelligence, they talk about the emotional intelligence appraisal test.
The test is pretty much, you get to take this test. You take it after chapter 1, and then you go through the book, and the book just helps to kind of piece together or give you a better understanding of where you are, and then you get through the whole book and you can take the test again at the end to see if you have improved at all these types of things. So I think that is a really cool feature that you can take the test twice, and I like that we're taking the test. I like the way they set it up. We just get through the first chapter, and then now we take it, and then we have a guideline, so to speak, of where we are, me by myself or him by himself, where we are individually in our emotional intelligence scale, and then we can just build from there. So I think that's a really cool thing because, I don't know, I strive as a human to constantly do better than I was the day before.
That's what I love about Iffy, that she's really into self-improvement and encourages that in me too, where we look like each day, how can we get a little better? And this book is structured that way very well for emotional intelligence. Here's where I am with my emotional intelligence. How can I improve? Did I improve?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Please let us know in the comments down below if this is something that you're interested in, if something, I mean, what do you do for, I don't know if you can see the puppy, but he's right here. He loves emotional intelligence, this little one. But what other areas in your life that you can improve, because every single day just try and be better than the person that you were yesterday, even if it's a little thing. Maybe you woke up at 10:30 yesterday and then today you wake up at 7 just to get more accomplished. That's a huge thing, and let that be your big accomplishment for the day. So it doesn't have to be these big grandiose like, oh, I have to be so much better by a million. It's baby steps each and every day, and I'm excited that I'm with somebody who just wants to improve too and help better each other together and grow together. So I think that's awesome. But on that note, because I'm feeling a tangent come on, we will start to wrap this up. Make sure you're letting us know in the comments down below what you think, how you feel, just if you like this at all. Make sure you give us a thumbs up if you do. If you want to share this message with anybody you know, make sure you're sharing and subscribing so you always get the most up-to-date videos every time I post. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all dearly, and have an awesome rest of your day. Your turn.
Goodbye, folks.
Goodbye, folks. Let's. I just love doing that. Drop and give me Zen. Bye, y'all. Thank you, Hammy. Shh.
Alright, I'll just set the timer. 7 minutes.
Here, tuck your pocket in.
Started.
Alright. Hammy's gonna be in the video too.
Cute.
Hello.
Hey, baby.